It's really good.
I feel like I need to switch to that real quick because they were commentary table like dying up.
No. Is it not working? Start when I'm telling the start when ready.
We're gonna try to get that camera working. All right, the mic is live.
Oh. Yeah.
We are streaming.
All right, welcome everyone. We are here streaming Mario Kart for the second time. It's our second official match of the year. We have our returning team with Logan, Jacob, and Gabe, but we do have Erilyn here today because Josh is away. So we're really excited to have her here.
And just interesting note about our opponents. This is Immaculate High School. I believe they're out of Danbury. These are the reigning, defending champions for I think a couple years now. And our team at Law fought them a few times during the season. They fought them in the playoffs. And Immaculate's a very, very good school.
Yeah.
They've got some really talented players. And interestingly enough, a lot of their top players graduated last year, but they're still keeping that culture into this next year. So
yeah, based on their stats, they won their first of the season last week.
Yep.
So we'll see how we do today. All right, looks like the race is starting.
It is beginning. Very exciting. All right. We're off to a strong start here. We've got Gabe in first. Very good. High places all around here. Gabe hanging on to first place. The rest of the team falling behind a little bit, but that's all right. You know, a good strategy in Mario Kart is to have one person kind of being in the back. They call it bagging, and you get better items, and then you're able to kind of coordinate with the team on when you're going to use those items, like blue shells, lightning bolts, etc., when it's advantageous to your team members. Right now, fluctuating between third and fourth for Gabe. Targeted by the red top right, he's got the mushroom for that nice shortcut boost there. A lot of this game is just kind of using those mushrooms at the right times for the shortcuts, getting those big time boosts. We don't know. We only have to see it go by again. This is why it'd be nice to be able to do the spectating mode that this game has, and then we could use that for the stream and stuff, but the add latency. Alright. Final lap here, scramble at the end.
Let's see. Alright.
Okay, kind of a mix there. We took third and fourth. See how the points look. 24 to 15, alright. You don't report it yet?
No, I was just kind of curious to see who's here.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Let's see.
It's only a 9-point difference.
I'd like to reiterate, this is one of the best teams in the state.
This is the best team in the state.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, the best team, so not even one of the best.
Yeah, this is the one they literally have banners in their gym for winning the championships. Yeah. And like I said, we've encountered them 2 seasons now at Quinnipiac University's esports arena, with Law playing them the first time they ever made it to the finals. They got beat by Immaculate, the semifinals rather, and it was a pretty convincing win for Immaculate. So, and I think Law was a very strong team, if I do say so myself. So that just shows how strong Immaculate is. But, our team here, we don't want to let that get in our heads. They're just a team like any other team. We can just play like we usually play and try to do our best.
Are they on Yoshis?
I believe that's like their thing. I think they're on the Yoshis. Because they call them the Mustang Yoshis. Yeah, so if anyone's seeing a lot of Yoshis on the screen, they call themselves the Mustang Yoshis, and I believe they pick all Yoshis. And so when you see like a gang of Yoshis racing around, that can be a little intimidating.
Yeah.
Gabe doing pretty solid here, third place.
Ooh,
this is one of those new DLC stages.
And Erlen's in second right now.
Wow, Erlen doing great.
And Erlen does not normally play on this team. She is benching in.
Yeah, she's subbing in here, doing a good job. So this track is one of the newer tracks. This is from the Mario Kart game on mobile that, both teams may not be as familiar with this track. It's not like one of those ones we've been playing since on the Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U for like 12 years or something, So I think this is a good chance for us to capitalize on potential unfamiliarity. I think we're doing that so far, but in Mario Kart, it's going to be an ebb and flow. It's going to be back and forth. Nice little shortcut usage there by Gabe. Erlen maintaining her position around fourth. This is the Singapore stage.
Here's that in third, and Logan in fifth right now. So really holding.
Yep, we're holding it
together.
Again. Gabe being in eighth is not the end of the world.
It's actually a great position.
It is. As you can see, he's rocketing back up. Because the item distribution, the further back you are, the better items you're going to get. So you're going to get items like the stars, like the bullet bills, like the 8 item and stuff. So there it is, the 8 item. I just spoke of it and then it just appeared. It's a very good item. It can be a little tricky to use it.
How would you use it for the people at home?
Me personally, yeah, like what Abe is doing, you can kind of take your time in using the items and conserve them, ration them, use them as you need them for situations. And keeping in mind, you always have the star option. So like if things start getting dicey, you can turn the star and just blow all the items away at your enemy. So, but I like what Gabe is doing here, just kind of taking it easy with the items. So let's see that. I think that was a pretty solid result. Let's see what we got going on here.
Thanks.
So again, we got third, fourth, fifth. Third and fourth. Let's see how that point difference is. 47 to 33. So again, we're keeping kind of right there with them. It's not like we're playing literally the best team in the state. It's not like a blowout or something. So getting third and fourth is very good. You can see, I think it's probably their same 2 players that are getting first and second, but we're hanging right there with them.
Wait, was that the number from the last one?
No.
Oh,
You'll know it's the last one.
5,
it'll stay on the screen, the last one, yeah. This is going to be, I think it's 4 races. It's first to 2, best of 3. So first to 2, yeah. So for people watching at home, yes. So each series is 4 races, and it's the first to 2 wins of those series of races. So it could potentially be 3 if it's each team wins a race. Oh, tricky. Now, the worst part of that is when you hit that item, it brings you back to where the ramp was instead of going forward, because the ramp was closer to where you fell in. So it's a super effective strategy to be hitting people on the jumps like that. But again, 8th place is going to get some good items and potentially be able to snipe out the Immaculate players that are also kind of further behind. Players in 4th and 5th right now as well. Again, making up that ground. I think this is yet another DLC stage if I'm not mistaken, so we're playing a lot of new stages today.
And I wonder if having all Yoshis is very strategic on their part, so that way it's hard for us to distinguish who has what type of skill.
That could be. They kind of all blend in. It's like if they were different characters, like, oh, that Toadette was the really good player, but instead it's like Yoshi, that Yoshi, that Yoshi. They kind of blend in. The bullet bill hitting Gabe there. Gabe's just kind of taking his time. He's like, I'm not trying to rocket back up to first. I'm gonna make use of the shortcuts. Erlen doing great in fourth. As I say that, commentator's curse just got hit with a bomb.
Oh.
We've got other players in sixth and fourth. So Gabe's making his move now. You can see he was holding on. It's like in the Tour de France when like they kind of are hanging back, and all of a sudden that last sprint at the Champs-Élysées when they go crazy. That's what he's doing right now. He's like, I'm blowing all my items now.
That's a metaphor.
Yeah. And he's going to get some new items also. We also had a bullet bill on a couple of our other players. We've got fifth, third, eighth, fourth. Look at, just like what I said, that Tour de France strategy, third place.
And it worked.
You love to see it. So the rest of the players, 6, 7, 8. Let's see where that puts us for the score here. I think was that the fourth race? No, I think there's one more, right?
Yeah, there's one more.
So 74 to 43. One more race in this series. And I'm just typing some text here for the chat. But yeah, so we go into this last race, 74 to 43. It's a pretty big gap. I think possibly if we get 1, 2, 3, 4, but I'm not sure. Someone that can do math better than me could figure that out. But.
Which is not me.
All right, here we go. Is it going to be yet another DLC stage, or are we going to go classic? Oh, that's the Luigi's Mansion one?
Couldn't tell the screen.
The Twisted Mansion, yeah. This stage is a very cool shortcut through the library. It shaves off some good time.
Any tips on this stage?
I think you got to make use of that library part, and then just make sure you get, this kind of advice for any stage, make sure you get those double item boxes as much as you can when you get into that final push towards the end there. So there's the library. There's that little shortcut on the side there I was talking about. You don't want to use that unless you have a mushroom though, otherwise you're going to slow down. Gabe's timing was perfect on that double item box respawning. This like underwater portion here can be pretty tricky. Oh, backshotting the shell. So that Mustang Yoshi's player, they knew that they were kind of in the lead, and so they shot the green shell backwards, which you can do by holding back on the analog stick. Ooh, Gabe going through that top part there, that's pretty cool. I thought he was going to bump into that, but he knew that he would just go through it. Oh, nice use of the shortcut at the end there. That's what I meant with that final push. Very good. We're all hanging out kind of around the middle position here. Yep, third, fourth, seventh, sixth, now fifth and seventh. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, this part here. Great, Gabe's got the double item box. Good use of the shortcut at the end there. As we go into this final lap. Second place, fourth place, sixth, and eighth. But again, don't read too much into sixth and eighth because it's like I was saying, it's that Tour de France strategy. Because again, if you're in first place the whole time, you're a target. You could be getting hit by blue shells. Everyone's aiming for you. So it kind of makes sense to hang back in a sweet spot. Erlen killing it right now in second.
We have 3 that dropped pretty far behind.
Mm-hmm. go. Look at that. Going ham at the end here. 6th. Would Erlen ended up 3rd.
Oh, we had 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4. Pretty good. So you can see that Mustang 1 player with the 40 points. They are definitely, that's the top player there.
So 91
to 65 at the end of the first 4 races.
So
all right. Not a bad first start here.
especially against the reigning champs.
Yes. I'm going to mute the mic for 1 minute.
So we talk some strategy.
Yes.
And,
all right, we are ready to start the next set of races.
and don't forget, Gabe is all the way over here.
Yeah, and that's, I think that's partially my fault. I think in the future we could have everyone on Discord and we could talk on Discord that way. Well, yeah, we could get it like on the computer or something, but yeah, for now, let's just try to call out, like when you guys are usually playing together, I feel like, you know, you're joking around, you're kind of calling out things. Let's try to communicate a little bit and see if that helps. All right, we are getting ready for our first series, or second series of matches.
They have to start, right?
All right, second set of races, starting now. Strong start here. good to know for the future.
Yeah. 25 people.
That's pretty good. Alright, we are doing pretty strong here in this start.
Very strong. Holding second, fourth.
Yeah, second, fourth, fifth, eighth. Now we just switched to going trading back and forth with first and second.
Yeah.
And again, that eighth place person, that's all right. You can see Mustang just rolling deep right now.
Red, blue shell.
This donut cleans here. Oh, blue shell is incoming.
Woo. And that's first place.
Yep, so first place was an Immaculate player, so that works in our favor. And the blast radius might have caught a few other Immaculate players since they were all right near him. Nice usage of the shortcut there.
Jacob in second.
Gabe, very strong piece right now. Oh, that back shot boomerang dodged it though.
Please be careful because they're also. Ooh.
Scramble here at the end. All right. Third, fourth, sixth, and eighth. So that Ryan B and Mustang 1. Again, those are the players. Maybe those are the seniors that did return. Okay, we are going into the second race of this series. And is this yet another DLC? Was this Paris, did I hear someone say? Paris Promenade. DLC tracks like crazy.
Ooh.
And see, I was saying the Tour de France, and now it's the Paris stage. You see, like...
I know, it's coming together.
Interesting strategy. Everyone kind of split there at that part. And then later in the match, you can actually, if you have a mushroom, you can use a shortcut and go straight down the middle to knock down some barriers that are there. You definitely need a mushroom to do that.
It's all very grouped together right now. No one's really broken off yet.
Yep.
No?
It's like the pack type situation. And that's why they actually came up with the idea of the blue shell, is that what can happen is if someone's so far ahead in first, it's just a pack battling with each other. So they want to make it competitive to pull the first player, the person first, like back into that pack battling situation. Yep, so here we go. Nice using the shortcut that I spoke about straight down the middle.
Love that.
That is definitely going to help.
We have Jacob in
Ooh, look at
third.
Foran, just, yeah, all together there. That's good. Even if it's a little bit further behind, the fact that they're all together is going to be helpful. I'm taking a little off the beaten path there. Jumping to minimize the like drag effect of the rough terrain. Getting the maximum drift boost. When it turns pink, that's when it's the fastest it's going to be. So two of those Immaculate players are just insanely fast. If you look on that little mini map, they're very far ahead at the moment. Nice. So Lightning Bolt and Crazy 8 getting utilized right now. Here we go, there's that push. With the bullet afterwards. Okay, went back up to 5th. So we got 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at that, that's pretty good. Alright. It's pretty close right now, 46 to 32. All it's going to take is a strong first or second place placing to really close that gap. This is the ice outpost or something I think it's called. Yeah, this is an older track. It's a tricky track though. Yeah, ice outpost. This track kind of splits off for the majority of it, and it can be pretty tough.
You notice on the screen right there with the scores, there's two that are just insanely good.
Yes.
The other two are definitely,
Yeah.
they're probably newer to these sports.
I think that's exactly right.
Two must have been trained.
Yeah, those two
Alumni.
they're just insane. But so again, like I said, ice outpost kind of tricky. You see the track is like intertwisting, like the whole, if that's a word, it's twisting. Let's say.
Sounds like a word.
Sounds like a word.
Yeah.
And,
I'm getting to each other, but no.
Yeah. Oh man, making use of a tricky shortcut. I don't even try that. I end up falling off if I try that. Yeah, that's look very impressed with our players right there using that shortcut. The tricky part about this stage is maintaining your drifting momentum when the track is twisting like this, and then it goes into straightaways, and you're falling from the top to the bottom. And oh my God, Gabe is just playing out of his mind right now doing these shortcuts. I'm so impressed.
I know, it's great driving.
Yeah, I cannot do that one either. We got the jamming soundtrack. Yeah, Immaculate is just kind of. I love the way that he does that shit. He's kind of on the edge of it too. That makes sense.
Very clearly knows his track well.
That's it. Ooh, tricky. That's right, though. It doesn't really lose that much time for doing that. He had the mushroom, he kind of made that right back up. So it makes sense to try it. The risk reward is there. I don't know who it was that just used that star. That's kind of close to that's a Foran player, yeah. On a plane. One of our players has a crazy 8. We've been getting a few of those in these past few rounds. A little bit of bullet bill here. Ooh, I like that. Oh no! Another corner. Ooh, lightning bolt at the end.
Yeah, it's Mustang 1, Mustang 2.
Yeah. But 4 and 4, which I think that, oh no, yeah, 4 and 4 kind of keeping us up there. Who's 4 and 4?
Oh, who's 4 and 4?
Still a close match here. What do we got for track? Water park. Final race already in the second series? This is just flying by. We got the island vibes going in full effect here. This stage has some pretty cool boosts you can get. Making use of that room here. There's another one of those boosts. A submarine or something going by. Gabe's about to hit this shortcut here. Very nice.
It's all about the shortcuts.
Yeah. Stage pockets here. We want to be careful of friendly fire situations here. Okay, we got the ghost item for one of our players, triple mushroom. Got a couple foreign players here really battling it out with these Yoshis. Ooh, I don't even know what item that was. I'm really just doing shot. Luckily, I had iframes from the first hit, and so didn't take a second hit from that green shell. Final lap. Bullet bill flying by, Foran taking out Mustang 6, I think I said. Good items here for the final push. Bullet bill in, blue shell incoming. That should be in our favor.
Ooh.
Kind of got stuck in the corner there, that's alright.
Oh, right foot.
One of our players is getting hit right at the end there. Yeah, we're kind of always in this 3rd to 4th position.
Yeah.
So again, if it wasn't for Mustang 1 and Ryan, we would be leading the pack.
Yeah.
You know, so
They're very odd.
94 to 62. A good effort by our team. Again, this is literally, quite literally, the best team in the state. So, and if you look at the points there, take Mustang 1 and Ryan B out of the equation. And 4 and 4 has more points, and 4 and 1 and 2 are right there. So,
Again, when you're going against, champions last year, it's really impressive that we're hanging on like this. Trying to get some insider info over here.
just, yeah, we're in the coaches chat here. No, I'm just curious because they've been a top team, as I said, for years. And so I'm wondering, at some point those seniors have to graduate. So I'm wondering, like, if they have some new blood in there.
7th year seniors.
Yeah, exactly. And, if so, it's just kind of inspiring to see that, it is possible to kind of keep that same level of skill going, like when new students are coming in. But I think that's it. I'm gonna see if we can get this camera working so we can show off the cool commentary table. It seems like it wasn't working. So we had a couple of technical difficulties today with the cameras, but we just want to show off the new item for the commentary table here. Oh yeah, we didn't click the button, so. Oh, okay, 1 returning senior, 2 juniors, and 1 sophomore. So pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, but we graduated 5 seniors.
Yeah.
But I think that's it for today's stream. Thank you for joining us, and tune in next week for our Mario Kart on Thursday, so not on Friday. And we also have our next stream Tuesday for Street Fighter 6.
Street Fighter 6.
So, that's it for us today.
Yep. Good try, guys.